Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hattrick with me, Alfapiomega. Now, this is the last video of the current season. It is ending and I'm gonna be making this video a bit longer than usual because I would like to review how well I did in the season, how we progressed, and what could be improved for the next season. So first of all, let me show you the current numbers. We ended up second in the season, and sadly we did not make it to the next season. You can see that we are still stuck in the same series together with Mrzasnici, and there are two other members, Vlasice and Odry City. I think Vlasice was here. Probably not, it wasn't here. And we got a new member, FC Sparta Ječe. The problem is that FC Sparta Ječe is a team that probably spent at least one season in the higher season and in the higher series, and is probably going to rape me and Mrzasnici, as did FC Kniežice in the last season. Yeah, it was FC Kniežice. FC Arsenal Kniežice to be precise. So what this tells me is that most likely I got at least 2 more seasons ahead of me in the current series, unless I'm very lucky or unless something happens. Anyway, this doesn't really bother me because the game is about progressing and we need to make our team much better so it can do much better in the higher series. It's not going to be fun there if we get beaten in every single match anyway. So this is the thing. This is the series for the next season, and I would be very happy if I manage to keep the second place. Mrzasnici will be trying to get my place in the series. I already sent them a message saying good game and have fun in the next season, and I'm waiting for a reply. Now, as we ended up second, we received 16 million Czech crowns in prize money for the position our club achieved. And we also received 711,600 Czech crowns for our fans' yearly annual fee. Yeah, that's the thing here. So basically, we are way loaded in cash right now. I think we got something like 27 million. 29,149,332 Czech crowns. So that's a pretty decent ending number, don't you say? I think that this is a good way how to end the season. Don't be sad that we didn't make it up, you know, enjoy where we are. And we are going to do some major changes for next season, which I'm going to start talking about right now. So first things first, we will enlarge our stadium. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen soon. And actually, I could do it right now. What do you guys say? I think that it's... I wanted to do it anyway. So we got 12, 8,000, 3,000, 1,000, and no VIP boxes. So I think we spoke about this last time. If I added like 1,000 here and 1,000 here, that's going to cost... Yeah, it's gonna cost a huge amount of money. If I did it like so, it's gonna cost 10 million. If I added 1,000 here and 1,000 here as well, it's gonna be 14 million. But I really think, I actually don't think we need these at this point, but we really should have the seats on the roof and the VIP boxes. Those are really important because this section is always fully crowded, and this section is non-existent at this point, actually. So we really need to do something with these. Man, would I go like so? I want like this. That's gonna, yeah, that's not gonna make a huge difference. But you know what? We're gonna go with 500 and 500. Oh, actually, no. Let's make I'm gonna make 1,000 new seats under the basic roof, and we're gonna have 500 seats under the VIP boxes. So that's gonna give us 12,000, 8,000, 3,000, 2,000, and 500. It's not gonna enlarge our capacity by that much, but it's gonna improve it where we really need it. So that's what I'm after, and I'm 400,000 is not that bad. So let's place an order right now, and the stadium is being rebuilt, adding this amount of new seats. So that's cool. That's one thing down from our list. Now I made an actual list here because I wanted to know that I didn't forget anything. Okay, second thing. I've been reading through the manual a lot, and the manual is really important and has a ton of good information. And I noticed one thing. I'm quite sad that you guys didn't tell me before, but some of you probably didn't know it either. In the staff, we really do not need our financial director. He's absolutely useless for us. Unless you get 600 million in cash, he is completely useless. So I would like to fire him, but I can't because I just hired him. But I will fire him next week or whenever I can, because we really do not need this guy. He's completely worthless for us. And I thought that the saved 120,000 could be used for someone else. I actually think that a spokesperson would be good. Do we have? We actually don't have a spokesperson. So instead of this guy, I'm gonna hire a official spokesperson, and he's gonna be doing us much better job. Spokesperson improves the mood of your fans, and also improves the mood of your sponsors. So that's going to be really important for us. So goodbye, financial director. Hello, spokesperson, when I actually can do that. Anyway, so yeah, unless you get 600 million Czech crowns or an equivalent in a different currency, this guy is useless. Remember that. Yeah. That's done. Now, another thing that I wanted to do is announce. I'm gonna play with this a lot during the season, and I'm gonna try to experiment with it. But we are going to change our match setup. At this point, we got it set to 4-4-2. We got 4 defenders, 4 central players, and 2 attackers. We're gonna have it now set to 4-5-1. This is going to be a big change, but I believe it's gonna make the play much better. And these guys need a change. We got, I think Don Augusta is another, no, he's actually the playmaker, and yeah, he's a winger. Okay, that's going to be fine, and Per Vichnowski is an forward. Okay, so that means we got 2 decent players for scoring who will be switched in between, each one playing 45 minutes. It's going to be perfect. And we're going to add 1 more player to this central field. I'll have to check if we got someone who is useful enough to be put in the basic setup. If not, I'm going to buy someone. Now, this is not the only change in our team. As you know, this is the first thing. We will have a setup 4-5-1 for the entire season. It's gonna be a while before I'm doing this in an actual series match, because we don't have any. I don't think we got any experience with it. Yeah, we got poor experience with it here. It's like probably, yeah, it's the worst one. So we need to get to somewhere around solid before I actually can use it in an actual match. So for now, we are going to be just playing the 4-4-2 and using the 5-4-1 for friendlies. When we get better, we are going to start using it for both matches. I'm also going to see how it works. Now, this is connected with another strategy that I will have. I'm going to be firing a lot of players soon. I'm going to show you actually, let's show you on the player screen. Now you remember that I said a second ago that we're gonna have 4-5-1. I want to enable actually have an extra scoring person. I want to have 2 extra midfielders that will be there in case our current midfielders get hurt, and they will also switch in between the matches. You know, they will always 2 of the weakest players will be switched to these 2, so we'll get training for both of these, and we'll also have an extra defender. I'm gonna get rid of all the extra players that we are not using. I'm gonna make a statistic for how we use these using Hattrick Analyzer, which is a really good program, and I'm gonna start looking for new extra players. Now I'm also going to do certain changes that are related to the age of our players. Now we got a quite young team here, but there are some players that have been keeping me busy and I don't want them anymore. This is actually anyone above 26 years, but it's going to be gradual. I'm gonna start by getting rid of Bogdan Rác, who is a back winger, and I'm gonna be investing into a better player that will substitute him. I'm also going to get rid of... Oh, Dan Augusta is really good though. Well, we're gonna take it from the bottom. You know, Bogdan Rác is the first one, then Dan Augusta is going to be the next one, then Vratislav Macháček, and so forth, until we only have people in the team that are younger than 26. Because I think that at 26, when we sell our players, we can get quite a lot of cash for them. And it's going to be very good for us, you know, it's going to be fine. So 26 should be the limit, and after you get 27, we will sell you, or late in your 26th, and substitute you with your 20-year-old or 21-year-old. That way we should have a team that is capable of doing its job at all times. So I'm hoping this strategy is wise. If you guys don't like it, please tell me in the comments what I'm, if and why the strategy that I'm proposing is wrong, because I would really like to know that. Now, this said, we are currently, and with the series that we are going to play, we should, and with the spokesperson, we should still have about 0 every week, which means that every other week we will play at home and gain about 2 or more million in cash. This means that if we go to about 1 million in negative numbers every week, we should still be fine and overall make a profit. So I'm gonna push my expectation to the financial performance of my team to about minus 500,000 Czech crowns in the weeks where we are not playing at home. And I'm gonna balance the budget so that it's between minus 500,000 to minus 1 million, and move along in those numbers, because we are getting a lot of cash, a lot of extra cash from the home play, and I want to invest the money and make our team as good as possible for the next season. At the end of the season, we have to be absolutely ready to wreck the hell out of other players, because we will not win this one. I know that it's not gonna happen. So the best I can think of is holding our own, making everything perfect, and preparing for the next season, where we will actually play against Mrzosnice and hopefully not anyone else for the actual match that will take us forward to the season, or to this higher series. Okay, with that said, last thing that I should probably announce is this. Oh yeah, I forgot one thing. We're gonna mostly, because of the new setup 4-5-1, we're gonna mostly focus on training defending and playmaking, and I'm also gonna try to do certain player specific orders to improve our matches. This is the current setup, but you can give each player certain orders. So I'm gonna be working on that, effectively utilizing each one of their specifics of each one of my players and try to make our play stronger and better. Okay, but the last thing that I'm going to announce is, as part of the investment, I'm going to start my youth academy. We currently have no youth academy, and I think they cost like 400,000 per week. Running a youth academy will set you back a minimum of 400,000 per week. Yeah, the Youth Academy is a separate system from the Scouting Network. Basically, Youth Academy is what it says. You create a secondary team which you train and play with and have fun, and it will generate mostly sucky players that you will get rid of and kick them immediately after they get 17 and are promoted to your senior team. But sometimes you will get really good players that you can either use immediately in your senior team, train them a bit, or train them for profit. So as we now have about 500 to million in budget more, as far as I explained seconds ago, I'm gonna start it and have a new youth academy. Cancel old scouting. I actually didn't have any scouting, did I? Yeah, I had no investment, so it's not an issue. So start your very own youth academy. Cancel old scout investment and activate new youth academy. Yes. We need a name for our youth academy, so I'm gonna call it Vysočany Juniors. Juniors. Stadium name Alfapiomega Field. Start Youth Academy, Vysočany Juniors, Alfapiomega Field. Yes, let's create an academy, and it's going to be active in about 10 minutes. It's gonna take a while to get used to it, and I'm gonna take some time before I can even show you what the Youth Academy works like, because all the players start with their stats hidden. So you don't know how your players look like. You don't even know if they're good in something. So you have to shuffle them around, finding different players, realizing that this guy would be a good forward, this guy would be a good winger, this guy has a keeper material in him. And it takes a couple of weeks. But in the next video, I'm going to show this one and show you how we're doing. I'm also going to have some changes in the senior team by then. So yeah, I think this is going to be good. So cheers. I would like to say thank you to all of you that have went through the entire season with me. I would also like to thank all of you that actually started the team and are currently playing against me in the tournament, arranging friendlies, sending me messages. You guys have been extremely supportive. I really appreciate it. I never expected this to be such a big thing. And if you ever need something, if you ever have any question, ask. If you ever want a friendly, send it. If you ever want to have a single match, send it. I'm all up to play with you, to have fun with you, and to give you back your time that you have spent watching these videos. So this has been Alfapiomega, finishing our first season and looking forward to the next one. And you guys, take care and happy playing!